1 Corinthians 7:17 says, each person should live as a believer in whatever situation the Lord has assigned to them, just as God has called them. What a great reminder. Live as a believer in whatever situation you find yourself. And we found ourselves in quite a situation during the spring of 2020, haven't we? So the question is, how do we live as believers in the context of our current reality? I'm glad I asked. First of all, remember what you are a believer in. You believe Jesus proved his identity by rising from the dead. You believe he's God who came to earth on a mission to give himself as a sacrifice to pay the price for your sin and mine so he could offer the gift of forgiveness. And when we receive that gift, we get to begin a relationship with him that lasts all the way into eternity. That's what it means to be a believer. So, how does that change the way I live in whatever situation I find myself? First, it means I can trust the Lord that he is at work in my life. Romans 8:32 tells us this about God. He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also along with him graciously give us all things? If God could give himself up for us at the cross, we can trust that he will continue to work in our lives today. Second, living like a believer means I can have confidence today because I know my destiny. We win in the end. I can put all of life into that context. Occasionally, someone will tell me they want to live the fairy tale. They mean they want to have the kind of life that is perpetually perfect. I usually respond by asking if they've ever read fairy tales. They're stories about the witch or the dragon or the giant that has to be conquered. The common thread in fairy tales, of course, is the last line. They all lived happily ever after. However, the story is not the ending. The story is about the struggle we have, all of us, to get to that ending. So if you're a believer, you are living the fairy tale. You will win in the end. But along life's journey, expect a few dragons and giants to stand in your way. One more thing. Living like a believer means you get to demonstrate the character of Christ to people around you. You can live with both courage and compassion. You can face the battles of life and give yourself to others at the same time. And when you do, you are redeeming your circumstances by allowing Jesus to shine in you. What a great line the apostle wrote. Live like a believer in whatever situation. May God bless you as you do that today.